Here we are at the famous Westgate Prison, one of the oldest and surest in the kingdom.
I've heard that it is soon going to be demolished. Don't you find it strange that it still houses criminals as dangerous as 𝘱𝘍𝘮𝘮𝘴?
There's nothing strange about it, Watson. The name of this prison is linked with numerous failed escape attempts. As long as it stands, the criminals will fear it.
Good morning, gentlemen. Are you expected?
No, but we wish to meet with one of your prisoners, 𝘱𝘍𝘮𝘮𝘮.
I'm afraid that at the moment that is impossible. Access to the cells is controlled strictly. You can't go there without permission from the director.
Then would you be so good as to announce us? I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
The famous Holmes and Watson. What an honour. My name is Brighton. Frank Brighton. I'm afraid that I can't announce you. I'm not allowed to leave my post, under any circumstances. But I'm sure that the director won't refuse to see you, even without an appointment. Do you see the corridor behind the reception? Follow it to the secretary's office. You'll find him there.
Thank you, Warden Brighton. One last thing. 𝘱𝘍𝘮𝘮𝘮 received any visits lately?
None. And I'm sure because I've dealt with receiving visitors for several weeks now. I volunteered because it's a calm post to be in. We don't get many visitors and it gives me time to write. Just like you, Dr. Watson. I enjoy literature and the...
Very good. Thank you.
Bloody hell, mate.
That was very impolite, Holmes. That man admires our work. You could have given him...
Another time. Let's go and meet the director of the prison.
Came here to investigate potential poisoner. That may have escaped. I wouldn't need to listen to this guy talking about his likes writing and poetry. Sherlock is kind of an asshole in this, isn't he? Oh.
Good morning, miss.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped off. Good morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We would like to talk to the director.
I'll just go and see if he can receive you.
Tiredness, pale face, stiffness. I believe that the young lady is expecting a happy event.
It would seem so.
Good old Dr. Watson.
The director's office, Mr. P. Patterson. No need to go in there.
Let me click on that and then we'll look at the desk here. What?
This charming...
There we go. I got stuck.
Miss Jenny Patterson.
Strange. The director and the secretary have the same name.
What's strange about that?
Hot tea.
Hot tea.
This small rack is for urgent letters to be given immediately to the director.
Let's go in it. Oh. Damn it.
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I am Paul Patterson, director of this establishment. You wish to talk to me? I hope this unexpected visit isn't to announce bad news.
No, do not worry. We are investigating an affair of the highest importance, one which could potentially affect the security of the kingdom. Therefore, it is imperative that we interview one of your prisoners, 𝘱𝘍𝘮𝘮𝘮.
Hans, the rat killer. He's been in here for a long while now, and he's had no contact with the outside. How could he be involved in such an affair?
That is what we would like to find out.
And you have been commissioned by Scotland Yard?
Evidently.
He doesn't even question it. Amazing. Why am I moving around so much? I don't understand why Holmes is... It's just me. He's gurning like he's drunk.
Very well. I have complete confidence in you, Mr. Holmes. I will draw up a pass that you should give to Warden James in the guardroom. He will show you to the cells.
Thank you, Director.
Keep me informed of your progress. And if there is anything else, don't hesitate to let me know.
We shall certainly do so.
Thanks, chap.
Miss Patterson, you have the same name as the director.
It's his daughter, obviously.
Come, Watson. Anyone who might have made the slightest study of anthropology would have noted the similarities between the young lady and her father.
Mr. Holmes is right, I am his daughter, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I think he's afraid of being accused of favoritism.
I'm sure it was your qualities alone which secured you this position, miss.
If you must try out your powers of seduction, then what do you say about using them on the rat killer?
It's so cruel.
Bye, miss.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
I don't understand how Watson's not put up his fist between his eyes here. It's so weird. If I was you, Watson, that would have kicked me down a flight of stairs already, mate. He's just an asshole in this. But it's so funny. I'm not punch this snooty bastard in the face.
High security area. It's the door at the end. Go ahead.
This place isn't very happy. I mean, it is a prison, but you know. Nice manacles. I got a pair of them just like that in my bedroom.
It is potassium nitrate, isn't it?
Yes. Saltpeter or whatever.
You're making a gunpowder with that.
It is about the signing in book.
Not that I know that.
This information board is almost empty. Strange, in view of the activity in the prison.
There's not many people here, is there?
My name is Peter James, Chief Warden, and this is Deputy Warden O'Sullivan.
I imagine I will find 𝘱𝘍𝘮𝘮 behind these bars in the basement.
Yes, the high security cells are down there.
Is this the only access?
Yes, there was a second door at the end of the main hall, but it's been blocked up as a security measure.
Thank you, Chief Warden.
At your service. If you require further information, Warden Mackenzie will help you. He's at his post in the basement.
The Great Detective.
Mr. Holmes, I am a huge admirer of yours. I have followed all your cases and successes with the greatest interest.
What enthusiasm. Have you ever thought of a career in the police force?
Have I thought about it? It's my dream. And I'm going to try my chance once this establishment closes down. I'm studying hard for the examination to get into police school.
Judging how dumb the cops are in this, you've got no problem, dude. So these people, they don't count as police? Well, I guess they're not, are they? Security? No, I guess there would be more security guards? But they use guns, don't they? How these aren't coppers is so weird. Inmates.
Tell me about the prisoners, Warden James.
We only have a few. As you might be aware, the days of this place are numbered. Therefore, we no longer receive new prisoners. Those who are already here are among the most dangerous in London. We have 3 at the moment. Hans the Rat Killer and the Flint Brothers.
The Flint Brothers?
Yes, 2 rather simple-minded maniacs who detest one another despite their relation. They massacred their parents and decapitated their neighbours. It took more than 9 policemen to overpower them.
There isn't any information on the notice board. Should there be notes about duties?
Yes, there should be, but Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guards' assignments for this week yet. It's not like her. Usually she does it first thing in the morning. Without these instructions, the guard in the basement won't be changed. I would go and get them, but I don't want the director to catch me there. He's very strict. Doesn't like us wandering around when we're on duty. And it would get his daughter in trouble. He's not being very pleasant with her at the moment, and I don't want to make things worse.
This director sounds like an asshole, doesn't he?
How does not having the information about guard duty stop you from ensuring the watch in the basement?
Because of the system of opening the doors, Mr. Holmes. As you can see, they are equipped with a mechanical timer which answers to a code. When the timer stops, that is to say at the end of each watch, the doors block automatically and the code is reset. It is therefore impossible to open the doors without the new code.
And who has the code?
Only the guard who takes the new watch. He's the only one who can open the envelope that it's kept in. He learns it by heart and destroys the message.
Very clever, but let's look at the limits of this procedure. One false note, and the system falls apart.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
That isn't very convenient, is it? So this dude down here can't get out unless he gets the code to open the door.
The guards must spend long hours here.
Yeah, say look, these chaps have guns.
These weapons are obviously ready to use in case of emergency.
Yeah, they're not counted as police officers. Oh, weird.
It is the guard's guest book, perhaps for distinguished guests.
I also want to know why this place is shutting down. Very suspicious. Well, seeing as Holmes doesn't give a flying shit about anyone's feelings, let's barge in here and say, where's the index cards, lady? What?
Anything else, gentlemen?
Oh. Did I go? I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't. I really wasn't. What? Where's the? Oh, it's there. Oh, there it is.
The directors...
I'm sure you speak to because Watson's not with me. Come on, sexy lips.
Anything else?
No? Okay. I think I'm going a bit too a bit too far. It's not this guy. Can I?
Sorry, sirs.
Oh.
I'm glad to have been of service, Mr. Holmes.
See you later.
I'm glad to have been of service.
See you later.
This device must be the alarm.
What? I thought you said he couldn't get out.
The famous high security area.
Didn't it just say that you need a code?
At your service, sir.
Good morning, Warden. I have a pass which allows me to speak with prisoner Hans.
Very well. It is the cell at the end to your left. I'd advise you to walk in the middle of the corridor.
Hey, brother. Lucky for you that they caught you before I rearranged your dirty little rat's face. I'm gonna kill my brother.
Okay, yeah, evil, blah blah. This is Hans. This guy's got some of the Z-grade voice acting right here. It's bloody brilliant. Listen to this.
Hans Schielmann, I require some information from you.
So, who do we have here? The celebrated Sherlock Holmes himself. Do you know that for all the time I have spent rotting in here, you are my first and only visitor? I think this is cause for celebration. A confrontation between two geniuses, two extraordinary minds.
I am afraid that you are not quite as great a chemist as you believe you are, Mr. Schielmann. I will not say that you never were. No, it was certainly true once. But you see, while you are whiling away your days in here, it appears that someone on the outside is at the point of surpassing you, if that is not already the case.
Yes, I heard about that. A chemical poison that eats away at the flesh and provokes hysteria. I recognize talent when I see it, but it's only a matter of time before I win back my laurels, believe me.
What can you tell me?
That depends on what you can bring to me.
What do you want?
It's just over the top.
No, I am treated so harshly. For my meals, I am given nothing but a hunk of bread. And even then, not just any sort.
Get to the point.
Never interrupt me! Where was I? Oh yes, the bread. Did you know that with a little rye yeast, a pinch of moss, certain cockroach secretions, just enough light and damp, with a few other ingredients that I will keep quiet about, I succeeded in poisoning half the staff here. Unfortunately, a little something was omitted, which would have made the results fatal. Instead, it merely caused acute attacks of stress and powerful hallucinations. Even so, I got a great laugh out of watching them cry like babies when they saw their most primitive fears materializing before them.
You are a monster, Mr. Shieldman.
Thank you.
Wasn't a compliment.
Cheers.
But of course it was! You others, you ordinary, narrow-minded people, you are afraid of anything that you cannot comprehend. You call me a monster because what you find impossible to face is just the slightest fraction of my genius. If by monster you mean someone who is nothing like you, then it is a compliment.
His voice reminds me of the over-the-top German accents that you see in a lot of the old, like really old movies. You know, they've just sat some dude down, like told him to read these lines and sound as German as possible. This is what you get. It must piss a lot of people off hearing these accents. It's the same for when you hear people put on British accents and everyone sounds like they're from London. Because that's what everyone assumes English people sound like. I love it. They couldn't have just hired some German dude. No, don't be stupid. No. I'm pretty sure the guy who voices Hans isn't German. And maybe he is. And I'm just being an insensitive asshole. But that's me anyway, so fuck it.
Just something to write with. You see, my brain races like an engine with too many thoughts. I see them crackle and explode into thousands of formulae right in front of me. What a torture not to be able to write them down. What a hell to see them vanish just as quickly as they appear to me. Just bring me something that I can write with.
That's all. That seems an easy enough request to fulfill.
But listen, I don't want a vulgar inkwell and a pigeon's feather. No, I need material fit for my talent. I want my ink pen. Bring it to me, and I will be happy to pass on to you a little of my knowledge of modern chemistry.
Where is it?
It was confiscated upon my arrival here. I suppose it might be in my locker, in the locker room. Leave me now, and don't come back without my ink pen. See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
Bye. It's not suspicious that he wants his ink pen. But, you know, we'll get it in because that's what we have to do. Wait a minute, do I have to ask...
I'm glad to have been...
these chaps here.
Can you tell me where I might find the locker room?
In the corridor that leads to the director's office. That's where the prisoners' civilian stuff is held. But seeing the length of their sentences, they've little chance of ever getting it back.
Want to destroy it?
Can you open the locker room for us? We would like to inspect Shieldman's personal items.
No, Mr. Holmes. I'm not responsible for that. You will find the keys in the secretary's office.
See you later, miss.
Thanks, chap. Sure he said that door's locked. You can only access it when we have the key. Where does it say? Robert minded, blah, blah, blah. Any information aboard? Miss Patterson has put up guard assignment for week. Yeah, because of the system of opening the doors, they are equipped with a mechanical timer which answers to a code. When the timer stops... Oh, at the end of the watch, the doors block automatically and the code is reset. See, I really wasn't paying attention. I kind of just zoned out. Don't get old, people.
Miss, may we borrow the keys to the locker room?
You will need authorization from the director to open that door. If you wait a moment, then I will inform him.
I
Oh,
will wait, thank you.
you need a PA system, darling. We need the key, dude.
Anything new, Mr. Holmes? Is your investigation advancing?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes, have you been able to get what you wanted from our lodger?
Not yet. We must first cast light upon a crucial point, and for that we require your help again.
What can I do?
We need to examine 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮's civilian clothing.
Very well, but be extremely careful.
What do you mean?
In that madman's compartment, you will find a strange little coded case which refused point blank to open when he was incarcerated. We did try to force it, but without success.
Didn't you ask the experts?
Of course we did. Experts from Scotland Yard came to examine it, where they came to the conclusion that it was better that the case remained shut than tamper with it too much.
I see. They were afraid that some poison or other might escape if it was opened.
Exactly. Bear in mind that this man is an evil genius, a master poisoner, and that his poisons are never ordinary.
It's like his first mistake was asking Scotland Yard. If it sent anyone like Barnes or God knows or any of the other coppers, no wonder they couldn't open it. I'm surprised those guys know how to get up in the morning and tie their bloody shoes.
Here's the key to the locker room. I give you the authorization to open it.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
Miss Patterson, the guards are still waiting for you to put up the duty list. Do it as soon as possible. Without it, the changing of the guard cannot take place. Or had you forgotten?
Wow, why is he being so cruel to his daughter?
Dry your tears, miss. I'm certain that your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Pretty sure he did.
Watson, I can't put up the duty list. And when he finds out, he'll be furious.
Why can't you?
It's in my locker, in the cloakroom. And I've lost the key.
Your aunt.
Say no more, Holmes. As you keep repeating, time is against us. Let's go and look at the things in the rat killer's locker.
We're not going to go and help her, Watson. Wow. Did he say at the end then? You want... You want... I never noticed it said that. That's check room. Oh god, what did you scared the fucking daylights out of me? You won't kiss for them, man. Not in front of everyone.
Closed.
Has he got the key, Anna? What? I thought he was a cloakroom. Did it say check room? Oh, here it is. Oh, these are nice looking lockers.
Our friend, Hans, the mad scientist.
Hans, the mad scientist.
Oh, what a jumble.
Yes, these three items are a massive jumble.
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
So, I don't know how these coppers never opened this. It's so weird. What you do is you click on this. You don't need to read that because it's a load of shit. You click on this. And then if you look on your magnifying glass, you're looking for these little holes. And there's a few of them. One there, one there. Another one there. And there's another one there. And then you use the hole punch to stab them.
Be a simple coincidence.
And it's giving you letters. So is it C, A, B, R, H, and S. And then you go on here. C, A, H, S, B, R.
Perfect.
Very difficult, wasn't it? No wonder Scotland Yard couldn't open it. It took a genius to open that box.
What is written on that note, Holmes?
Later, Watson, later.
What is written on that note, Holmes? I think pick it up and not tell me. Oh, he didn't tell us. Say again. Very sus.
We can give Hans his pen.
Yes. And even as a player, like, Holmes is hiding evidence from us. What was on that note, Holmes? Have I still got the key? I don't. Interesting. So.
What a bunch of incompetents. Oh, if I was as unprofessional as that, there would be murderers running all over the town.
You talk about Scotland Yard, chap.
Are you a patient of Dr. Watson?
Very amusing.
Going on about the dry cleaners in Westgate Street. They've just delivered my ceremonial uniform in the middle of my duty, when I've told them 1,000 times not to bring it until after 6 in the evening.
A ceremonial uniform? You've been promoted?
No, and that's not about to happen. No, I've been invited to a wedding. I mean, I hope to be. I'm in trouble. If the director sees that I've left my post, I'll be sacked without pay.
Give it to me, Warden Brighton. I'll take care of it for you.
Really? Thanks a lot. Here's the key to the cloakroom and that of my locker. I'm really grateful, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I don't have any of alternative motives.
You're not doing this out of kindness, are you?
No, out of curiosity. We will be able to access the cloakroom with these keys.
It's all falling into place. Cloakroom.
Here is Brighton's locker.
Brighton's key. What's that?
Bicarbonate of soda. Brighton must have an upset stomach, caused by stress, without a doubt.
Brighton's suit. That looks like quite a rank suit. Oh.
The name on the key is Jenny Patterson.
What?
That is interesting.
Why does he have the key for Jenny's locker? In his... No wonder you could find his key. This dickhead stole it. I mean, it'd be rude not to.
Patterson's locker.
It would be rude not to.
On this
box
is rather sophisticated.
Incredible. Is Jenny hiding something?
Oh, God. Even though this looks quite intimidating, it's not really. There's only certain places certain things can go. These little knobs on top, these circles, they have to connect. So this here can't go here because there's nothing above it. You know, and with that kind of stuff, it's like, this one can go at the bottom here because it doesn't need anything at the bottom 3. I'm pretty sure red's at the top and green's at the bottom, from what I remember. Maybe not. No, it will be. It would be like that. Not that one. That one. One there. That one there. See, everything's linky. Linky. That one there. Wait a minute. Oh no, that's right. That one there. Easy.
It's really very clever. Little Jenny is astonishing.
Little Jenny? You're a bit too familiar with it, Watson. Hold on, this guy said they're not coppers. Where's he got a policeman's helmet there? I'm quite confused on that guy said he's not a copper yet. This clearly has a helmet. Maybe it's for somebody else. Jenny Patterson, Frank Brighton, a single heart with 2 souls in eternal love. Ah, so they're shagging. No wonder he's got that suit. Is he going to his own wedding?
A locket, sealing the relation between Jenny and Warden Brighton. Decidedly, this boy is not a great poet.
I judge him, Sherlock. He's younger in love. Men aren't made to be romantic and write poems. We're too stupid. We fumble on our own words. So this is the service sheet. Basement guard is O'Sullivan. Reception is Brighton. On call in the guard room is Warden Mackenzie. And coordinator is Warden James. Nice.
Here is the famous guard duty list.
And
interesting.
I guess I'm just reading her letter because I'm an asshole. My Jenny, let's get married. Never mind Never mind the consequences. It's just gonna piss his career down the drain. Your father will have to accept the fact that we are in love. Think about the baby, and don't forget that I love you. 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 And I've written you a poem. Oh my god. Jenny Patterson, your heart pounds, mine weighs a ton. Our love has no bounds. It just goes on and on. I was inspired by the great Chinese poets to write it. You'll be courageous, my honey bun. You're Frankie. Oh my god. If I wrote anything like that, I'd hope somebody would curb stomp me. God, imagine if your kids saw that. You'd be like, oh god, I thought I burnt that letter. Amazing. So not only is he shacking up with this woman, he's got her pregnant as well. Contraceptives, man, they don't exist in the 1800s, but damn dude, at least marry her before you take her to the old bedroom.
A letter from Brighton to
Barely literate.
Apparently, Jenny is carrying Brighton's child, and it seems that Jenny's father, the director, is unaware of this.
I mean, is he unaware of it? I assumed that he was being an asshole because he kinda knew. Oh well. I guess we're gonna be a bastard and blackmail her as well because we've done it once before.
We have found the guard duty cards, miss. If you like, I can go and discreetly give them to the guards.
Oh, thank you. You've got me out of a lot of trouble, Mr. Holmes.
I don't think I have. Are you gonna be in a lot more trouble when your daddy finds out you're sporting a bastard in your stomach? I say a bastard because obviously not being married. I don't know if you're still called a bastard if your parents aren't married when you're born. I mean, I'm not a bastard. My older sister's a bastard because my parents weren't married when she was conceived. Tee. Did you know how many? Oh no, not him. I lord it over my sister all the time because I'm that much of an asshole.
Can't go into the basement for the moment.
What?
For what reason?
The door has locked itself automatically. We must enter a new security code.
Do it, then.
Coincidentally, we have it.
Put up the guard duty list.
It's here.
Without that information, we don't know who's authorised to take note of the new code.
So Mackenzie is locked in the high security zone.
Yes, but don't worry about him. He's trained for this sort of dysfunction.
Why not ask the director to take note of the code and open the door?
He isn't allowed to, and I doubt that he would run the risk of going against the orders of the administration centre. Anyway, the bars in the high security section are joined to the alarm system, which is in that room. We only need to sound it to unblock, but you see we can't do that now.
We'll try to find the duty list, Warden James.
We've already got it.
We have found Chief Warden James's duty list.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Let's see. O'Sullivan, it's you who takes over from Mackenzie. Take note of the code, please, and unblock the door.
At once, Chief.